Listen, I need you to hear me when I say this, not just with your ears, but with your soul. You see, some of the hardest decisions we make in life aren't just about what we do, they're about who we do it with. Who we walk with, who we stand by, who we invite into our sacred spaces, these decisions, they shape everything. Your life, your peace, your potential. Sometimes we get caught up thinking life is just about making moves, chasing dreams, but we forget the company we keep while we're chasing. You want to elevate? Then you've got to evaluate, who are you running with? Who is on this journey with you? Because let me tell you, not everybody deserves a seat at your table. And I know it's hard. It's hard to admit that some people, even the ones you love, even the ones you've known forever, they just can't go where you're going. And that's okay. But you need to understand that you have a purpose. You have a destiny. And the people in your life, they're either pushing you toward it or pulling you away from it. There's no in between. The first person you need to cut out of your life is the one who brings drama. Oh, you know who I'm talking about. The one who, when they walk into the room, the air just gets heavy. It's like they drag a storm cloud with them wherever they go. The conversations aren't uplifting, they're draining. There's always a problem, always some conflict, always some issue that they've blown out of proportion. And let me be clear, this isn't about not loving people through their struggles. It's not about abandoning someone just because they're going through hard times. No, this is about those people who thrive on chaos. They live for it. It's like they're addicted to the drama. And when you're trying to build something, when you're focused on your goals, your vision, you can't afford to be pulled into their whirlwind of mess. Because you will lose sight of what matters. Their drama will distract you. It will drain you. It will devour your time and energy until you look up, and all the things you were working for have been sidelined. Your peace matters. Your energy matters. Protect it. The second person you need to cut loose is the one who doesn't believe in you. Now, I need you to sit with that for a moment. Think about it. Who in your life right now doubts you? Maybe they don't say it outright. Maybe they don't look you in the eye and tell you that you'll fail. But you can feel it. You feel it in their lukewarm support, in the way they don't clap when you win, in the way they cast doubt on every new idea you share with them. These are the people who plant seeds of insecurity in your heart. And they do it with little comments, little jabs, and subtle digs that make you question yourself. Are you sure that's a good idea? I don't know. I just don't see that working out. Do you really think you can pull that off? Listen to me carefully. You do not need that energy in your life. You need to surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, who see the vision even when it's not fully formed. Because let me tell you something, sometimes the difference between success and failure is the people in your corner. The ones who remind you of who you are when you start to forget. And if you've got people around you who don't see your potential, who don't see your greatness, it's time to let them go. Now, let me tell you about the third person. This one right here is tricky. This person isn't necessarily negative. They're not always trying to bring you down. In fact, they might even be fun to be around. But here's the problem, they're not growing. They're stuck. Stuck in the same habits, the same mindset, the same routine. And every time you're with them, you feel yourself getting stuck too. You see, you are the sum of the people you spend the most time with. And if you're constantly around people who are complacent, people who aren't striving for more, people who are satisfied with mediocrity, guess what? That's going to rub off on you. You might have big dreams. You might have goals that keep you up at night, that set your soul on fire. But if the people around you aren't moving, if they're content with standing still, eventually you're going to slow down too. I know that sounds harsh. I know it's tough to think about letting go of people who've been in your life for years. But listen, this is your life we're talking about. This is your destiny. You've got to make the hard choices. You've got to be willing to outgrow people, even when it's uncomfortable. Because you weren't put on this earth to be stagnant. You weren't put here to settle. You were put here to shine, to grow, to evolve, and to elevate. And if someone isn't growing with you, they're holding you back. Now, the fourth person, this one is personal. This is the person who keeps you in your past. The one who only sees you for who you were, not who you're becoming. They might be a childhood friend, someone who's known you for years, and they're comfortable with the old version of you. You know the one I'm talking about. The version of you before the dreams, before the growth, before the elevation, and they'll remind you of that person every chance they get. Oh, remember when we used to? You haven't changed. You're still the same person I knew back then. Let me tell you something. You are not the same person. You've changed, you've grown, you've evolved. And if they can't see that, if they keep trying to pull you back into old habits, old mindsets, and old behaviors, you need to distance yourself. Because your future is too important to be held hostage by your past. You've come too far to go backward now. Your growth is non-negotiable. So if someone is more invested in who you were than who you're becoming, it's time to let them go. Finally, the fifth person you need to cut out of your life is the one who doesn't bring out the best in you. The one who triggers the worst parts of you, the anger, the frustration, the doubt, the insecurity. We all have someone like this in our lives, someone who, when we're around them, we become a lesser version of ourselves. Maybe it's because they push our buttons, maybe it's because they know exactly how to get under our skin, or maybe it's because they're toxic and their energy just pulls us down to their level. Whatever the reason, this person is not good for your soul. You need to be around people who elevate you, people who challenge you to be better, who inspire you to rise to your highest self. Life is too short to spend it with people who make you feel small, who bring out the worst in you. You have greatness inside of you, but you can't tap into that greatness if you're constantly surrounded by people who diminish your light. Now, I know this isn't easy. I know that cutting people out of your life is one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do. But you have to understand this. It's not about being cold-hearted. It's about protecting your peace. It's about safeguarding your energy. It's about ensuring that the people in your life are aligned with your purpose, your vision, your goals, because at the end of the day, you are responsible for the company you keep. You are responsible for who you allow into your space, into your mind, into your spirit. So take a look around, evaluate your circle. Ask yourself, are these people helping me grow? Are they pushing me toward my dreams? Are they adding to my life, or are they taking from it? Because your time, your energy, your peace, they are sacred. And you cannot afford to waste them on people who don't deserve them. It's time to make some tough decisions. It's time to protect your peace. It's time to surround yourself with people who lift you up, who believe in you, who inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Because you deserve that. You deserve to live a life that's filled with love, support, and positivity. You deserve to be surrounded by people who see your greatness, who believe in your vision, who are invested in your success. And if there are people in your life who don't align with that, it's time to let them go. It's time to move forward, to elevate, to rise. Because you were not put on this earth to stay stuck. You were not put here to settle. You were put here to soar.